Hey, this is Timmara signing on with the final part of Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay, and by final part I mean we're gonna get the platinum to pop on screen, but we'll get to that. So, last time I did my, last time I was just, finishing up some side quests. We met some more people in the community, especially, like, a lot of focus on Haley, so that was nice. What is... Oh, I think I dropped a bomb and it was just there. Okay. So anyways, a lot of focus on Haley, met some more people, which I should have done the side missions earlier. Pro tip, do the side missions first before you finish the story, because it adds poignancy to the end of that. It really gets you to know more about the characters when you, do that final section. But anyway, so, this is a New Game Plus file. I was going to 100% it, but I have not had the time. But, yeah, a couple of hours, I managed to crack out, New Game Plus mode, which, same story, but notice a couple of different things. New upgrades available, and so I got gadgets fully decked out, got the additional skills, and I also got the other trophies I was missing. There's 2 left, and one of them is the platinum. Something weird, though, and I don't know if this happened to other people. I was looking at it, and no one said anything, but I had to... Okay, actually, maybe this was a bad part to start in. Okay, hold on. Well... Sorry, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the other trophies I had to get, and a couple of other things I noticed while doing, like, a second playthrough. I had my very well-organized thoughts, and I feel like I'm just going to deflate the whole damn thing. Because I I specifically did everything I did to end on, like, a touching note, and I don't think that's going to come across. But, okay, so what I ended up doing is I got, 100% on the base game. I had to... then I did the New Game Plus, which I did on Friendly Neighborhood mode, that was like easy difficulty, which according to the description, you can't actually, get a game over from. If you run out of health, you just do like a, you recover from it. But, not a problem. Actually, some of the accessibility settings were actually really cool once I went to go take a look at them. Autocomplete on QTEs, I like doing QTEs, but getting rid of them was actually very nice. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Did the game freeze, or... okay, sorry. Does that happen? He's just stuck. That's... Okay, that was weird. Sorry, it's still happening. Anyways, so I was just going through accessibility, just, like, turning some things on, messing with it, and it's actually very, very useful and fun to use. Narrate SL? Oh! Oh! Wait. I thought... Oh, okay, never mind. No, never mind. But anyway, so yeah. Web shooter burst, only one shot will allows regular enemies and gear puzzles to be webbed up with a single button press. Yeah, so that's very nice. Venom activation, on and off. Oh, yeah. But no, there were some really cool modes in there, like you press a button and the camera will point you like where you're supposed to go, so that's very nice, and a bunch of other things. What was really cool, shaders, I heard about a lot of these settings were in Last of Us 2. I heard it had like some very good accessibility options. I hadn't played that one. Not a statement, it's just I haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, just some really cool stuff, like in parkour mode, or swinging, or no, trick mode, where you can just hold, well, I got it set to hold, but you can just, whenever you're not doing something else, it'll automatically do tricks, or you can just hold, or press the button once, and it'll put you in that trick mode rather than holding it down. Just a bunch of really cool modes, but just, other than that, no, wait, not load, but yeah, so I did the New Game Plus mode, and just redid a couple of missions, and a couple of trophies I had problems with, well, not problems, but like a little annoyances with. There was one, and I don't understand this trophy at all, where you have to break stuff while you're riding Rhino in the mall at the very beginning of the game, and you have to break 15 items. And, you take damage every time you hit something. I had to redo that mission, well, counting the New Game Plus mission, the first time I did it, the New Game Plus mission, and then I had to redo it again. Thank God for the, mission replay stuff. But... I had to redo that first Rhino mission 3 times, but you also can't skip, like, half the cutscenes in the story mode, which isn't a problem, but it does make things like starting the game up multiple times take quite a while, because I had to do that a couple of times.
Very special episode. I'm joined by newly elected
I'm gonna ignore JJ. I heard that one before. No, he's gonna keep talking. Well, I'm gonna talk over JJ. This is my time. But, so yeah, that was a weird trophy glitch. Another trophy glitch I had where when I beat New Game Plus, it didn't trigger. I had to restart the game before I would, you know, pop. So that was very weird and very concerning, but it eventually did. One trophy that didn't pop was when I bought all the skills. And I didn't realize this till way later, but yeah, I bought all the skills and then like the trophy, what was it, the beginning, whatever, the trophy for buying all the skills didn't pop, and I had to restart a New Game Plus save file, which is why you saw another one there, and had to get to, let's see, I think it was at least after talking to Aaron, or at least getting up to talking to Aaron the first time, when I got the skill points I needed to buy all the skills, and then it finally triggered, so that was a very weird glitch. So again, some things you just need to save for, and that was weird. I also got the 100 hit combo, and I did that by going to the Roxxon lab, and something I did for that is I, you know, pulled enemies in with the gravity well, cloaked, and then did the Venom jump like 3 times in a row when I had full bars, because when you're cloaked and you have this new skill, it doubles, get a bonus combo point is generated per attack. So it basically doubles how much you get when you get a big cluster of enemies and Venom jump multiple times in a row. I should demonstrate it, but I'm not. But other than that, what else? There was other things. But yeah, New Game Plus was kind of fun. Well, it is fun, and just played it on an easy difficulty just to, like, get through it and wrap it up. Which, again, noticed some new things while I was playing. Like, in the first mission, you actually can see in the background as Peter is fighting Rhino. So that's fun. There was more stuff, and it's slipping my mind, but just like a couple of our... Oh! Something I thought that was really cool, actually, is in the first cutscene when you start up the game, you actually see Danica in person, and I didn't notice. She was coming out of Teo's bodega right before Miles gets the text from Peter to get up to join the convoy. So, I thought that was cool. It's like, oh, hey, it's her. You know, she's a fun character, and there she is. You can just see her, early on. Didn't notice that. And yeah, as you play, you unlock new skills, and some of the skills are really good. You have to get... I'm mixed on whether I think it's a good idea to have, like, final tier skills locked behind New Game Plus. I don't know. For one reason, I think, yeah, so these are big skills that are really useful to have, and I suppose using them in New Game Plus, if you want to challenge yourself, like Ultimate Mode or something, that would make sense. But also, you know, it kind of makes you jump through some hoops just to unlock new abilities. So if you're like me and decided, you know what, I'm going to finish and do 100% on my base profile, and, you know, New Game Plus would have made that way simpler, but, you know, I don't want to complete it again, necessarily. I was going to, but haven't had the time. I barely had enough time to actually get through the New Game Plus. It's been a busy couple of days. I was going to record this final part 2 days ago, and it's just been no time. But, okay. Yeah, there's just other stuff. Again, I had a lot clearer thoughts when I was doing it at the time, but now I'm exhausted. It's been, like, long 9 to 11 hour days at at both jobs, so it's like, oh, Christ. And I shouldn't complain that much. I'm very fortunate to be even working in this mess of a year. But anyways, so there's one thing I wanted to wrap up with, because... I think they were behind me. Well, okay. There's a couple things we can notice here. Now, and, you know, I think it goes without saying, spoilers for, you know, the end of Spider-Man, but a lot of the first Spider-Man, or Spider-Man 2018, because a lot of stuff happens there, but, you know, you can find the graves of... It's hard to see. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. No, here they are. They're right here. Yeah, Aunt May and Uncle Ben. And, yeah, they don't change. They're the exact same spots as in the base game. But what we were going to end on, because what I did in the last Spider-Man Let's Play I did, is I ended by getting the Platinum Trophy by paying respects to Uncle Ben's grave. And that's where I ended the Let's Play. I thought it was a very poignant thing in order to get the Platinum Trophy. Well, that's where the base game ended, and then the DLC came out. But here we are, to pay respects to Jefferson Davis. I was going to switch to the other suit. I made a mistake. Never give up. And with that trophy, that also triggers be yourself. There we have it. The Platinum Trophy. And, not a bad Platinum Trophy to get. Very simple. A couple of weird annoyances and glitches. But beyond that, I was still encouraged to try and do everything like in the last game. And it was way simpler to do, frankly. But, yeah, I thought it'd be a good thing, a poignant thing to end on paying respects like I did in the last one, and for a good purpose. I was going to switch to the classic suit, but I made a mistake. But, yeah, I got more to say, but that really does say it all. That Platinum Trophy. In Spider-Man, the last game, it was be greater. Because it's, it's about Peter. It's about his story, the one we're familiar with. Where you gotta be better than your mistakes. It's like in, the new God of War, it's don't be sorry, be better. And, Spider-Man kind of has like a very similar thing to that. It's being better than your mistakes and getting past that and improving yourself along the way. But then with Miles, it's a very similar story. Across this game, he's definitely learned the idea of,
hey, Miles,
Peter, I'm in the middle of...
flying into JFK next Tuesday. Do you mind covering patrol for me?
No problem. Oh, wow, huh? You must be glad she's coming back.
Yeah.
I forget, is there a way to,
Let her go.
Shut him up?
JFK's profile opened by calling her cold, calculating, and humorless. Lavish praise in Simcaria. They're basically BFFs now.
Now that's a cool team up.
I thought there was a way to shut up the conversations.
Slightly frightening.
I'll get...
Hit you up Tuesday. Bye. And thanks again.
No problem, Pete. But, yeah, definitely, across the game, you got, with great power comes great responsibility thing. Because Miles, learning what his powers can do. And he makes mistakes with them, and he's got to learn to, fix all them. Or at least try his best to fix them. And, how he interacted with his uncle, the Prowler, Aaron, it's... I don't know why I basically said the same thing 3 times. But... what he learned with his uncle is that you can't be selfish when you've got these abilities. You can't be self-serving, or at the very least, he doesn't need to be like his uncle was. So he's got to be better than that. But also, with Harlem and this game being so more connected to, the community he's, a part of and loves and the people in it. And, the culture it represents. And for Miles, it's about, like the trophy says, be yourself. Because I think the title of the game is very accurate. You're Spider-Man. Or, he's Spider-Man, but he's also Miles Morales. And that's just as important,
App's got a ping. Someone's trying to...
Genki, don't ruin my schmaltzy, thing. But, yeah, it's be yourself, and it's, that balance of being a hero and then just being, a good member of your community, a good person. And for Miles, I think that's very fitting and appropriate. So, my little nonsense, but I like my nonsense. So, yeah, actually, how do we activate... Nope, I was just going to say, how do we turn on photo mode? Because I also ended with, a comic book shot in the last one. There we go. Maybe we can figure something out. But yeah, I had more things I was going to say, and it's slipping my mind right now. But, yeah, just, there's my schmaltzy takeaway from Miles Morales is just sort of be a hero, but also be yourself. And, no, I don't want to take a selfie over Dad's grave. Orbit hero. I'm trying to get a good meaningful picture, but I just don't know what to do. This is the second time I've messed with the photo mode, and one time was just to get a trophy. I didn't even take a picture. Oh, that's a nice frame with the records. It's like a billboard. I'm trying to see Ultimate Comics, New Spider-Man. Yeah. Could I get that to move over? I'm just looking like a good comic book frame. But yeah, I'm just, we're wrapping up here. I'm just like trying to be schmaltzy about it. Being a little meanwhile, oh god. But yeah, it's just like that's, there's a lot of really good stuff going on with Miles, and like his character progression is like very good and very interesting. So no. It didn't occur to me last time how like really self-serving it feels. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, so I think there's a lot to that with, what I say, Miles is Spider-Man, but he's also himself, and that can be just as important. And I think that's a good takeaway, and I think that's like really one of the messages the game is trying to show us with Miles. And I had more to say about that, and now it's slipping my mind. Again, I wanted to do this way sooner, but I'm so tired. I was gonna do this, and then I was gonna play Bug Snacks. But yeah, that's how I look at it anyways. I feel like there's something to that, but you can tell me if there is or not. But yeah, what else is there? I'm trying to think. There was more I was gonna say, but like, it's all slipping my mind right now. But, nevertheless, I don't think I need a emoji sticker to go with this. Yeah, I don't even know how to take a picture. No, don't. I'm trying to figure out how you even take a picture on this thing. I don't know. I don't mess with photo modes. They're really cool, but I'm just like, I'm playing the game. I can't figure out a shot. Let's see. Whoops. No, don't. Okay, I don't know. We're just gonna end. Yeah, sorry. I don't know how to take a picture. Okay, but anyways, yeah. Or I suppose it's just like on console, isn't it? I thought they could save them. Whatever. Point being, yeah. So Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's a really great game. If you liked or even loved, or loved or even liked, my point being, if you like the last Spider-Man game, this one is still like a fantastic time. It might be the same overworld, but there's like enough other changes and a different focus on where... Oh, I remember something else I was going to talk about. I kind of was thinking about it. This is very... I know I mentioned it kind of a little bit before, but the story Miles goes through, it's very... there are a lot of similarities to, like, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, you know what I mean? Where it's... I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. But how I was looking at it, it's like... God, now it's slipping my mind. But no, it's a lot like Spider-Man 2 in some ways. It's like Spider-Man Miles Morales is like the Spider-Man 2 for Miles. That doesn't make as much sense as I wanted to, but, it's got, like, his version of the train scene, where people see his identity, but, they're not going to give it away because he's a hero, and they understand why he needs his identity. It's with how things were with Finn, and her progression, where it's, like, a good friend that turned evil, like in Spider-Man 2 with Otto, or just like in the last game with Otto, but in the end of the game, it's, the villain trying their best to redeem themselves even after all the damage they caused. And that was like with Otto in Spider-Man 2. Because, I will not die a monster. And, Finn kind of takes that also to, that kind of like point. Yeah, I was gonna elaborate on that way more, but nope, it's just kind of like lost on me. But I thought there was some fun little similarities between, at least some story elements or beats. But, I guess not unnatural for that to have. But yeah, again, I'm jumping all over the place, but we're going to wrap up here because that's all I wanted to do was show off getting the Platinum Trophy. And I thought, taking a visit to dear old Dad would have been an appropriate way to do it. Come to a hero as one yourself. So, yeah, again, my big takeaway from Spider-Man Miles Morales is that it's a story about how Miles is Spider-Man, but he's also Miles Morales. And that's just as important. I've reiterated that point so many times, it feels like it's losing its meaning. But, nevertheless. With that all being said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Spider-Man Miles Morales.